What do a secret crime ledger, a global memory wipe spell, and a $2.5 million frozen bluefin tuna have in common? They are all part of the wildest Spider-Man story you've never heard of. It starts with Peter Parker beating up villains with expensive seafood, but it ends with a supernatural zombie army and a brainwashed Punisher hunting down the wall crawler. Let's break it down. To understand how we got here, we have to talk about the lexicon of crime, a secret ledger detailing every major illegal empire in New York City. Spider-Man basically just stole it right out of the Kingpin's hands, while Wilson Fisk was trying to flee the country. Cut to 1 week later. Spidey uses the ledger to track down a notorious Magia crime family money-counting operation. And where do they hide millions of dollars in illegal cash? Inside a fish packing plant, right off the East River. But clearing the room isn't going to be easy. The mob hired a villain named the Eel to guard the cash. Now, the Eel has these electric, incredibly slippery powers. Every single time Spider-Man tries a normal punch or a kick, his foot just slides right off. He literally can't land a hit. So, what does Peter Parker do? He looks around, grabs a massive, frozen, $2.5 million bluefin tuna straight off the factory line. He swings it like a baseball bat, knocking the Eel completely unconscious. With the Eel out cold, the rest of the thugs immediately surrender, and Spider-Man coordinates with police Captain Yuri Watanabe to lock him up. Just an average, slightly smelly Tuesday for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But while the criminal underworld is panicking over this stolen ledger, there's a much bigger mystery happening in the background. See, a while back, Peter's secret identity was completely exposed to the world during the superhero Civil War. To fix it, Dr. Strange cast a massive global mind wipe spell to make everyone forget who Spider-Man really is. And the spell is working too well. Even Kingpin suddenly forgot Peter's face right in the middle of threatening him. Hell, even veteran editor Robbie Robertson pulls Peter aside at the newspaper office to admit he used to be 100% sure Peter was Spider-Man, until a sudden, weird mental block made him completely rethink everything. Broke, stressed, and unable to sell photos to his aggressive new boss Dexter Bennett, Peter looks for a little purpose. Aunt May guides him to the Feast, homeless shelter, run by a wealthy, deeply beloved billionaire philanthropist named Martin Lee. Lee welcomes Peter with open arms and hires him to teach a bare-bones computer class to the residents. Everything seems great, right? Wrong. Because Martin Lee is living a terrifying double life. The exact second he steps out of the shelter and into his private limousine, his skin inverts, his eyes glow, and he transforms into Mr. Negative, the ruthless leader of a terrifying new gang called the Inner Demons. Cut to a massive drug production warehouse in the Bronx, owned by Mr. Negative. Spider-Man manages to locate the facility and decides to go full stealth mode. He's hanging upside down from the rafters, methodically webbing up 99 armed guards, one by one, while literally singing a parody of 99 bottles of beer to himself. He radios Captain Watanabe, warning her that this operation is way too massive for standard patrol cops. But Spidey isn't the only one listening to that radio frequency. Suddenly, Spider-Man's spider sense flares violently. Boom! A heavily armored combat truck smashes directly through the warehouse wall. Frank Castle, the Punisher, has arrived. Frank's been intercepting the police scanner, and he decided a stealthy arrest wasn't permanent enough. The Punisher steps out of the truck with automatic weapons completely blazing, declaring a one-man war on the cartel. Spider-Man drops down from the ceiling, absolutely furious that his perfect stealth mission is ruined. He starts arguing with Frank, screaming that lethal force isn't necessary here. But Frank just scoffs, boasting his classic line. He likes his methods because he never has to fight the same criminal twice. Except this time, Frank is dead wrong. As the smoke clears, the heroes realize something is deeply wrong. Frank's permanent solution completely fails. Thanks to Mr. Negative's dark magic, the Inner Demons possess supernatural, zombie-like resilience. Despite being shot repeatedly, the masked thugs just stand right back up. Before the heroes can even react, the undead army completely swarms them. They overpower the Punisher, pinning him violently to the ground. That's when Mr. Negative steps forward. He raises his hand, crackling with dark, inverted energy, and presses his hand directly onto Frank Castle's face. The Punisher screams in absolute agony as the dark energy forces its way into his soul, completely corrupting his mind. Spider-Man was completely backed into a corner. With zero options left, his only play was to beg Frank Castle for a truce. But it was already too late. On the bright side, things literally cannot get any worse than this, right? Right?